Greetings, fellow bridge lovers, and welcome back to the Bridging with Kai YouTube channel. Today, we are going to be talking about another hand that happened at the Philadelphia NABC Life Master Pairs. Let's go! We were playing with Drew Cavalier, and oh my gosh, this hand was absolutely wild, guys. Like, there were so many entry problems. Like, why the heck were we in 3-0 Trump? Like, so much weird going on, and there was a lot to navigate here, and Kai did well to... Well, yeah, Kai just did well, okay? Just let that sink in for a moment, that Kai did well. But anyhoozle, before we get into the video, I always have to say this every video. Hey, y'all! If you have not subscribed yet, why the heck have you not done that? But, I would really appreciate it if you would do that. It's just completely free, and it's really, really helpful to the channel. Helps us boost our props in the algorithm, so we can continue spreading bridge together. And also, it will let you know when Bridging with Kai videos are posted, whether you like the hand analysis ones, or you like it when I'm just playing bridge and whatnot. But if you do like the video, hit that like button and subscribe as well if you have not already. With that message out of the way, let us get into this hand, baby! Alright, here we are. This is the hand. The auction was actually really, really simple. This was just Life Master Pairs, match points, you know, yada yada yada, what happens in the Life Master Pairs. So it goes pass. I open a 1-no trump, just because, yeah, you've got a 15 to 17 balanced hand, and if I were to open one heart, I'd have to reverse into spades, so that doesn't seem fun. I don't have a hand that's strong enough for that, so we just open 1-no to prevent rebidding problems. Partner just bids 3-no, you know, simple auction. So, like, what's crazy about this hand? Here it comes. So, you get the 4 spades lead, and you need to take a lot of tricks. You need to take 9 tricks because you're in 3-no trump. And if you start counting your tricks, you're like, okay, I've got 2 spades, I got 2 clubs, I got 2 hearts. I've got 6 tricks. Where are more of my tricks gonna come from? Question mark. Hello? Excuse me? Like, the King Jacks here are horrible because you kind of have the option to either A, use your entry back and forth, or B, take a finesse that actually is not all that profitable because you would need like Queen third on side, whichever way you take the finesse. And the hearts, you could take it either direction. You don't know which way to take it. Clubs, you're forced to take it in one direction. Like, you would gain 1 trick if it's right. You would gain no tricks if it's wrong. So clubs is not a source of tricks. Hearts, we've already established that we have 6 tricks. And if we get the heart finesse wrong, we guarantee ourselves 2 extra heart tricks. And not only that, but if you get it right, and the Queen of Hearts is third, so like you can finesse the heart and then the Queen drops, voila, like beautiful, then you just take all 5 heart tricks. But also, mind you, the goal here is not necessarily just to make the contract. Sure, making the contract's great, but everybody else is going to be here in this contract. So you want to try to find over tricks if you can, which means leaving your opportunities open. And there's also a concern that, like, you just go for both finesses, you get both of them wrong, and then they can cash 3 diamonds off the top because they have the ace, king, queen of diamonds. So you could just go down if you take finesses willy-nilly and just be like, okay, yeah, great, we're gonna take some finesses, we're gonna see what happens, and then all of a sudden you're down 1 because you're out of tricks. Like, ace, king, queen of diamonds, and then the queen of hearts, the queen of clubs have lost. And, you know, y'all know how it is, right? You take a finesse, you lose to the queen, you never, like, you never get a finesse right. There's also another thing to mention here. I guess there's 2 more things to mention here. The 4 of spades lead implies that West generally has spade length, meaning they're more likely to have the queen of spades, so we could be picking up a trick there as well. So you could be getting an over trick here if you guess the heart right and the queen of spades is on side. You throw in the jack and you're like, yeah, I got an extra trick here. Great. The other thing that you could consider is trying to set up the diamond suit, which oddly enough is the one that I opted for. I liked the idea of setting up the diamond suit because, hey, if my defenders are good at this game, which, I mean, it's still hard to find the diamonds because, like, you see the dummy, you see 5 diamonds over there, you're scared to start cashing your diamonds because they might just be getting a bunch of tricks and diamonds. But I decided that diamonds, setting up the suit, is probably going to be the best thing to do because A, you could be setting up 2 extra diamond tricks here if everything goes well in diamonds. And another thing is if you start playing on diamonds, what are they going to do? They're going to be playing on your other suits, which could be playing into you finessing the opponents, right? Like, they could be finessing themselves really easily and they could guess these heart tricks and these club finesses for you. So I was scared by the finesses. I was scared by the commitment. So what I did is it went spade and another spade, right? We win the jack because the queen was on side. So now we only need 2 more tricks to make the contract. But whenever you're playing match points, the goal isn't really make your contract. Part of it is make your contract, especially if you're in a place that you don't think anyone else is going to be in. But in match points, you try to take as many tricks as possible, and I saw a lot more potential in diamonds, not necessarily because I can set up more tricks, but also that if I try to set up diamonds, they're going to be playing on the other suits. They could play into my jacks and all of that, so I was thinking I could get extra tricks that way. But here continues the line. I played a low diamond, and more than anything, this was a deceptive play, because when I play a low diamond here, they're going to be thinking that I have, like, a lot of cards. I have a lot of cards and diamonds. I'm trying to set up diamonds. They're never going to touch diamonds on their own organically ever again. So if I just lose one diamond and then I suddenly decide to shift to hearts, or I suddenly decide to shift to clubs, it's going to be very difficult for them to find their diamond tricks, because they're like, oh, I took one, but they were playing on diamonds. Why were they playing on diamonds? So I decided to do this little deception, also kind of just like keeping all my options open. It goes 8, it goes low, and then it goes king, which I was like, okay, this is interesting. It seems like West holds like ace-king doubleton or something, or king-queen doubleton, or some sort of honor doubleton or singleton, because like, why would they try overtake their partner's trick? Unless they missed something. Maybe they forgot their partner's 8 of diamonds was high, but I don't know. So they won the king, and the other thing that they could be trying to do is they could be trying to get on lead, because they think they need to play something through to partner in order to set something up for them, which is an idea, but I think that's kind of wrong from their perspective, because if they have the long spades, West wants to keep their ace and king of diamonds for the purpose of they want to let the 8 of diamonds win. They'd want their partner to play a spade through while they still have spades, so that later they can play the king of diamonds as entries, because that's the suit that I'm clearly setting up, and then they can continue bashing down the spade suit even after their partner has been exhausted of spades. So I was like, overtaking with the king makes no sense, so therefore they must have like ace king tight or king queen tight or just king tight, which wouldn't be great for my continued diamond playing prospects. But after this, what did I say would happen? They were going to play into my strength. Let's go. I don't have to guess this club finesse anymore. This is great. So I just get this free club finesse. And now if we count our tricks, we have 1, 2 from the earlier tricks. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're up to 8 now. So we only need one more trick. Now, here's one thing I think I should have done better. I think I can cash out here. I think I can commit to the heart finesse and just take some extra tricks while I can, because we've already scared them off of diamonds, and we can like easily make 11 tricks even if the heart finesse doesn't work. I guess it's not necessarily that easy, because if you just tried to unblock everything, it's not all that simple. The heart finesse might work. So like, let's say we were playing like this. We play the king of clubs, then it goes club, club, club. We play a heart. We take this finesse. Let's say it works, right? And then it goes ace of clubs. We pitch the diamond away. And like, you might just take a lot more tricks here. Heart. And then you could play spade back. And then like this, right? And now at this point, like, if the queen drops, then great. If the queen doesn't drop, then you have 2 losers and you made 10. If the queen does drop, then you get 11 tricks and you did really, really well. Now, if you instead decided at this point to take the finesse and the finesse doesn't happen to work, they can actually do this really annoying thing like killing your entries. So they can play a spade. And now you are cut off from the south hand. You have to kind of commit to a decision. You can't get to that club winner over there. But you still can make your contract as long as the heart split fairly, so you can still make 3 no. You would just give up on this heart trick over here. You would give up your heart trick and your club trick up there. You would play the ace, dropping the king, and then the rest of this would all be making. Like, you would just make 9 tricks like this. But I think that overall, this is a really good idea. Not only are they not guaranteed to continue spades, if they simply just return a club instead of a spade at this point, right, you still are going to be getting all of those tricks you were guaranteed. So yeah, I think that overall, and you would be making 10 tricks here just because you lost this heart finesse. But yeah, I think that's one thing I could have done here that would have bettered my chances at taking over tricks. What I actually did instead was, because I was still afraid of commitment. I'm constantly afraid of commitment. Like, I saw like the potential that this club trick was going to only be 1 club trick, because for some reason I need to use the ace of clubs as an entry to the north hand, or I have limited entries to the south hand because they're able to knock out my ace of spades, and I need the king of clubs to get back to my own hand after I set up the hearts or something. Like, I get scared of something. I saw some sort of ghost here in entry land because king jack doubletons are annoying. So what I did instead here was I just played another diamond. And this is really, like, confusing because then West played low. And I'm like, did West have King Doubleton and they decided to overtake because they wanted to unblock the diamond suit? That's the only possible explanation. So it went 9 and then 10, and I'm like, ugh, not great. Actually, I could have run the 7 if I wanted to because I forgot that the 8 was gone. Haha. But yeah, things then continued. They played another spade, which now makes my life a lot worse because now my entries are even more gone than before. And I'm like, I don't really... I don't really know what to do. My intuition is telling me that the diamonds aren't splitting. I still have 2 more diamond losers if I decide to play a diamond. And I don't even have my heart suit set up. I don't have anything. So I feel like now I'm in a much, much worse position. Like, all of my leverage is now gone. So I was just like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to guess on this heart finesse. West has spades, so they're more likely to have the queen of hearts in theory. So we're just going to take this heart finesse and pray. So heart finesse. And oh, look at that. It wins. Great. And then I was like, if we try to cash out now, we play a club back, we're still not in great shape. You still have problems. Let's say that things are somewhat unfavorable for you. What can happen is you can play a club back, right? And you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to just set up hearts. This is great. So what you can do is you could play the ace of hearts, and you would play another heart, and you pitch club or whatnot. And at this point, what could happen is now they can just do some really, really weird play where they just play another club. And now they set up their clubs and they can get back in with the queen of diamonds and cash their club. And then you're down. If they're really, really smart and can figure out this ace of diamonds pitch that they did there. But also, another thing you could do is double dummy, is if you, instead of just knocking out the queen of hearts, if you cash your king of spades, there's this really, really weird end position where it goes club pitch and then heart pitch. Like, they can, there's always some way for them to keep everything that they need to set you. It's really, really difficult to find, but there goes the last spade and now you're down 1 again. It's this really, really weird, like, crisscrossy thing where if you cash the king of spades, East needs to pitch away their loser, be sure that they have an entry back to West hand and the ace of diamonds, and then play the queen of spades so that they can play the queen of spades later. And if you don't cash your king of spades, East needs to pivot to clubs so they can keep both of their clubs. And yeah, this is really, really difficult for the defense to find. But still, I saw this and I was like, do I trust that this is going to happen? No. Are there scenarios where this is just not going to happen at all? Yeah, there's plenty of situations where, like, the queen of hearts could just be falling. East might not have an entry to West hand. Like, I needed to construct a very specific hand for me to still be going down here, but it could happen. So I got scared by this ghost, and instead what I decided to do was continue with my plan of being non-committal. I do not want to commit to anything because I'm scared of commitment. So now we play a diamond, and it splits 3-3. So now it was really simple when it just went queen of spades. At this point, I then cashed the ace of hearts to check and see. And boom, the heart split. Everything was great. I just have too many winners at this point. Now, they could have done something really interesting here, where instead of playing a spade, they could have played a club. And they would have had to peg me for this exact distribution. There is just so much going on this hand. It's really difficult for both the declarer and the defense. Where if I try to take this ace of clubs now, I'm down. Because I can cash both of these tricks, but eventually they're going to have only clubs remaining. And yeah, they pitch the queen of hearts. I pitch a heart. Like, I have these honors and we're stranded over here, and then they just get 2 more club tricks, like so. So that's interesting. But instead, what you could do is then, like, okay, well, I can't get to my diamond tricks. Instead, I'm going to play a club back to my hand, and now we can just play the ace of hearts and pray. Which overall, better plan. Much better plan, because you still have entries to the north hand. You still can get that ace of clubs, even if the queen of hearts is not losing. Like, they're going to have to get in, and at some point, they're either going to have to play spades or clubs back to you. On the second heart, you can pitch the 7 of clubs, and you just have winners left in your hand, and you still make your 3-0. So, like, I don't know. Like, from this hand, like, it seems like there's so many possibilities. There's so many potholes, so many traps you could fall into. I was happy to make plus. I think this got me something around like a 70, 80% or something. I just like this plan of being non-committal. I don't like committing to finesses too early just because you want to gather more information to know where it's more likely to be. And if not, like, the defense has a difficult problem here. They don't know what to return. Ideally, they would return spades, but if they return hearts or clubs, you're getting free finesses, and you are just getting more discovery on the hand. So this is just a really, really interesting hand because King Jack Doubletons suck, because they cause you entry problems. Either you could take the finesse, or you could use it as an entry. Which one do you want? Here, I guess finesses were the answer, but I had entry problems because of it. And if I didn't take the finesses, I'd have entries, but not necessarily enough tricks. So it's just really, really weird. Let me know in the comments down here how you would have played it, how you would have defended it. Did you see anything here that I didn't talk about? I'm very, very interested to hear your thoughts on this hand. It ended up good for us in the end. Not committing is generally a good thing, and it works well for me, but sometimes it hurts because you just have to make a decision at some point. Sometimes. If you did like this video, please don't forget to like, and if you have not subscribed to the Bridging with Kai YouTube channel yet, please do. Would love to see you joining the Bridging with Kai fam, this hype train of bridge. Choo choo! And yeah, that's it. Keep on bridging, everybody. Bye!